Have you ever wondered if it is possible to live in a state of peace and unconditional love, where fear and negativity have no place? Do you feel like there is something beyond what you see, as if a higher energy is calling you? If these questions resonated with you, you are about to discover a transformative knowledge. The power of the fifth dimension, a level of consciousness that can change your life forever. In this video, I will guide you towards understanding what the fifth dimension really is, how to know if you are ready to access it, and most importantly, how to connect with its divine energy. Here we are not talking about something abstract or unattainable, but about a vibration that is already within you, waiting to be activated. If you have ever felt a disconnection with this world full of chaos and ego, it is because you are being called to a higher level of existence. Stay with me, because at the end of this video I will share a powerful technique to align your energy with this dimension and begin to experience love, abundance, and peace in your day-to-day life. Are you ready? Let's get started. Perhaps your first question is, what is the fifth dimension? Well, the fifth dimension is not a physical place that we reach by traveling, nor a space that we can locate on a map. It is a state of elevated consciousness, a higher vibrational level where perceptions change profoundly and our connection with the universe intensifies. Imagine living in a frequency where unconditional love flows naturally, where there is no judgment, and where you feel completely at peace with yourself and with others. In the fifth dimension, divine energy is not only experienced, but becomes the center of our existence. It is a state of unity, in which we leave behind the illusion of separation and connect with the purest essence of our soul. Here, the ego loses power, and the barriers that keep us from love and compassion dissolve. Everything is perceived as an interconnected whole, and the higher purpose of our life becomes clear. The difference between the third dimension and the fifth dimension. To understand the fifth dimension, we must first reflect on the reality in which we have been living. The third dimension. This level of existence is characterized by duality and attachment to the material world. In 3D, human experiences are marked by the struggle between good and evil, self and others, success and failure. The ego dominates this plane, constantly seeking external validation, feeding on fears, insecurities, and desires. At this level, everything seems separate. People tend to see themselves as independent entities, disconnected from the rest of the universe. Relationships are often based on expectations, and love is often conditioned by what someone can offer us in exchange. In addition, fear, competitiveness, and a sense of scarcity often direct our actions and decisions. The fifth dimension, on the other hand, represents a quantum leap in perception and in the way we live our lives. Here, duality disappears and is replaced by unity. We no longer see the other as a separate being, but as an extension of ourselves. Consciousness expands and we realize that we are all part of a great universal framework, where every action and every thought impacts the whole. While in the third dimension our actions are often motivated by fear and ego, in the fifth dimension we operate from love and purpose. The struggle to being better or more successful than others fades away, as we understand that true success lies in aligning ourselves with our divine essence. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we seek to collaborate, help, and elevate the collective energy. Key characteristics of the fifth dimension. 1. Unconditional love. In the fifth dimension, love is not dependent on external conditions. It is given freely without expectations or strings attached. It is a love that is born from the depths of our being and extends to everything around us. 2. Compassion and empathy. Here we understand that we are all on a learning path. We do not judge or condemn, but rather offer understanding and support to those who need it. Compassion becomes our guide. 3. Unity. The feeling of separation disappears. We see ourselves as parts of the same whole, connected not only to other human beings, but also to animals, nature, and the cosmos. 4. Divine purpose. At this level, our actions are no longer dictated by the ego, but by a higher purpose. We align ourselves with what our soul came to do on this plane, and we experience a sense of fulfillment and inner peace. Example to visualize the transition. The third dimension can be compared to a person walking along a path full of obstacles, focused only on reaching the goal, without noticing the beauty of the path. The fifth dimension, on the other hand, is like stopping to admire the landscape, enjoying each step and understanding that it is not about arriving, but about experiencing the journey from the heart. By understanding these differences, we realize that the fifth dimension is not far from us. It is here, within reach of all those who are willing to open their hearts, release the ego and align themselves with divine energy. Signs that you are ready for the fifth dimension. The transition to the fifth dimension does not happen overnight, but the process begins with small changes in our consciousness, thoughts, and emotions. If you are experiencing these signs, it is likely that you are ready to take that leap towards a higher existence, aligned with unconditional love, unity, and inner peace. Below, we will explore some of the most common signs that indicate that you are ready to connect with the energy of the fifth dimension. 1. You want to live from love, not fear. One of the first signs that you are ready for the fifth dimension is that you feel a deep desire to let go of fear as the main driver of your life. In the third dimension, fear often dictates our decisions and actions. We worry about what others think of us, we fear failure, loss, and rejection, and we often act to protect ourselves from what we perceive as threats. However, when you begin to open up to the fifth dimension, you realize that love is a much more powerful and transformative energy than fear. You begin to look for ways to live from love, consciously choosing compassion, forgiveness, and gratitude instead of anger, judgment, and resentment. For example, instead of reacting with hostility to a conflict, you choose to see it as an opportunity to grow and better understand the other person. You also notice that your relationship with yourself improves. You speak to yourself more kindly and you allow yourself to make mistakes without punishing yourself. This shift not only benefits you but also elevates the energy of those around you, creating a positive impact on the collective. 2. You feel a call to let go of limiting patterns. Another clear sign that you are ready for the fifth dimension is the urgency to let go of patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you. You begin to question the belief systems you have inherited from society, your family, or past experiences. Perhaps you realize that you have been living according to external expectations, rather than listening to your inner voice. For example, perhaps you have believed for years that you need to constantly work to feel valuable or that success is measured solely by material achievements. By opening yourself to the energy of the fifth dimension, you understand that these beliefs are limiting and do not reflect your true self. You now feel a strong desire to free yourself from these burdens and live in authenticity. Releasing limiting patterns can be uncomfortable at first, as it involves leaving your comfort zone and facing fears that you had previously ignored. However, this process is essential to moving towards a higher state of consciousness. Freeing yourself from these chains allows you to align yourself with your divine purpose and live from freedom and fulfillment. 3. You experience greater intuition and inner clarity. Intuition is a powerful tool that is amplified when you begin to connect with the energy of the fifth dimension. In this state, your intuition acts as an internal compass that guides you towards decisions and paths that are aligned with your highest purpose. In the third dimension, we often disconnect from our intuition because we are too busy analyzing everything with the rational mind. We get carried away by external noise and the opinions of others, losing touch with that inner wisdom that has always been available to us. However, when you begin to raise your vibration, your intuition becomes clearer and more accessible. For example, you may notice that you now have a greater ability to read the energy of people and situations. Maybe you used to need time to evaluate whether an opportunity was good for you, but now you feel an immediate and deep certainty. In addition, it is common to experience moments of knowing something without being able to explain it logically, but with complete confidence that this information is correct. This inner clarity also manifests itself in a deeper understanding of your life purpose. Questions that previously tormented you, such as "Why am I here?" or "What is my mission?" begin to find answers. This connection with your intuition not only helps you make better decisions, but also gives you a sense of peace and confidence in the process of life. Additional signs. Although the 3 points above are primary signs, there are other manifestations that indicate you are ready for the 5th dimension. These include increased energetic sensitivity. You feel the energy of people, places, and situations more intensely. This may lead you to avoid environments charged with negativity and seek out spaces that raise your vibration. Frequent synchronicities. You begin to notice meaningful patterns such as seeing repeated numbers or receiving messages that seem directed directly at you. These synchronicities are a way for the universe to show you that you are aligned with your path. Changes in your relationships. You may distance yourself from people whose energy no longer resonates with you, while attracting others with whom you share spiritual values and goals. Desire to connect with nature. You feel more drawn to spending time in nature where you can recharge your energy and feel in tune with the universe. Tips for recognizing and accepting these signs. It is important to remember that each person experiences this process in a unique way. There is no perfect rhythm or set list of signs you should meet. However, here are some tips to help you embrace this process. 1. Listen to your heart. When you feel an intuition or calling, take a moment to reflect instead of ignoring it. Your heart always knows what the next step is. 2. Meditate regularly. Meditation is a powerful tool to connect with 5th dimensional energy. Take a few minutes a day to quiet your mind and listen within. 3. Surround yourself with positive energies. Spend time with people who inspire and support you on your spiritual path. Stay away from those who constantly emit negativity or hold you back. 4. Trust the process. It is natural to experience doubt or challenges as you move toward a higher state of consciousness. Remember that every step, even the most difficult ones, has a purpose in your journey. Recognizing these signs is a gift and an invitation from the universe to align with your highest self. If you are experiencing some or all of these signs, it is a clear indicator that you are ready to embrace the energy of the 5th dimension and live from a more loving, compassionate, and elevated perspective. The transition into this state is not always easy, but it is worth it. Every step you take into the 5th dimension not only transforms your life, but also contributes to the collective awakening. Remember, you are not alone on this path. The universe is always guiding and supporting you. The power of the 5th dimension. Delving into the energy of the 5th dimension not only changes your perspective, but profoundly transforms your life and the way you experience the world. This higher state of consciousness has the power to reshape reality in every aspect, from your personal purpose to the impact you have on the collective. When you enter the 5th dimension, you align yourself with a level of vibration where unconditional love, peace, authenticity, and the natural flow of life predominate. How to transform your life. 1. It aligns you with your divine purpose. One of the most profound changes when connecting with the 5th dimension is the discovery and alignment with your divine purpose. In the 3rd dimension, it is common to feel lost, trapped in a cycle of obligations, social expectations, and external search for validation. However, in the 5th dimension, the noise of these distractions begins to fade away, allowing you to hear the voice of your soul more clearly. Your divine purpose is not something that is imposed from the outside. It is something that already resides deep within you. By raising your vibration, you begin to recognize what really matters to you. This purpose can manifest as a desire to help others, to create something beautiful, or to simply be an example of love and compassion in your environment. The important thing is that you now have the certainty that you are on the right path and that everything you do is aligned with a greater plan, designed not only for your well-being but for the collective good. 2. You attract more authentic and loving relationships. In the energy of the 5th dimension, relationships begin to transform naturally. Connections based on ego, manipulation, or self-interest lose their appeal, and in their place, genuine relationships based on unconditional love, mutual respect, and authenticity emerge. By raising your frequency, you attract people who resonate with your vibration and share your values. These relationships are not based on needs or lack, but on a mutual desire to grow and support each other. You experience connections where you can be completely yourself, without fear of judgment or unreasonable expectations. For example, it is common in this state to find friends and partners with whom you feel a deep spiritual connection. These relationships inspire you to be the best version of yourself and help you stay aligned with your purpose. The quality of these connections makes you feel more fulfilled, secure, and loved. 3. Your energy becomes magnetic, full of possibilities. In the fifth dimension, your energy changes radically. The density and heaviness often experienced in the third dimension disappear, leaving room for a lighter, brighter, and magnetic vibration. This transformation is not only felt internally, but also manifests externally in the way you interact with the world. Your magnetic energy attracts opportunities, people, and circumstances that are aligned with your highest purpose and desires. It is as if the universe responds directly to your new vibration, opening doors that previously seemed closed. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but your perspective changes. You now see obstacles as opportunities to learn and grow. Additionally, you begin to notice that you have a positive impact on those around you. Your presence is felt as a source of calm, inspiration, and hope for others. This magnetic energy also acts as a reminder to others that they too can rise and transform their reality. Collective impact. When many people begin to vibrate at the frequency of the fifth dimension, the effect extends beyond the individual and becomes a collective change. In the third dimension, the world is marked by separation, conflict, and fear. But when more people access the fifth dimension, these dense energies begin to dissipate, giving way to a reality where unity, collaboration, and compassion predominate. This collective impact does not occur immediately, but each person who raises their vibration contributes to a global change. Imagine that each individual who connects with the fifth dimension is like a light that turns on in the darkness. As more lights come on, the darkness begins to recede, and the entire world becomes a brighter, more hopeful place. Fifth dimensional energy has the power to transform entire systems, from economics to education to politics. Structures based on inequality, control, and greed no longer have a place in this new vibration. Instead, systems emerge that prioritize the well-being of all, respecting diversity and promoting unity. A metaphor for understanding the fifth dimension. Connecting to the fifth dimension is like tuning into a clearer, purer radio frequency. Imagine that in the third dimension, you are listening to a station filled with noise, static, and confusing messages. Although you can understand some fragments, most of the time you feel frustrated and lost. However, when you access the fifth dimension, it is like turning the dial and finding a station with a perfect signal. Suddenly, everything is heard clearly. The music is harmonious, the messages are inspiring, and everything feels connected. This higher frequency not only makes you feel better, but it also allows you to transmit your own energy more clearly and positively to the world. The power of the fifth dimension lies not only in how it transforms your life, but also in how it impacts others and the entire world. Living from this heightened state of consciousness allows you to experience a level of peace, love, and authenticity that previously seemed unattainable. And in doing so, you become a beacon of light that inspires others to do the same. Remember that this power is not exclusive to a few. It is available to all who are willing to raise their vibration, let go of fear, and embrace love. The fifth dimension is not a destination, but a daily choice to live from compassion, unity, and purpose. How to access its divine energy. Accessing the divine energy of the fifth dimension is not an instant act, but a process that involves practice, intention, and commitment. As you align yourself with this elevated frequency, your life begins to change in profound and meaningful ways. In this section, we will explore how you can open yourself to this energy using spiritual practices and tools that facilitate your connection to unconditional love, inner peace, and unity. 1. Guided meditation. Visualize a golden light. Meditation is one of the most powerful practices for connecting with the energy of the fifth dimension. When you meditate, You create a space of inner stillness where you can tune into your higher self and the elevated frequency of divine consciousness. A simple and effective exercise is guided visualization. Imagine a bright, warm, golden light descending from the universe towards you. This light enters through the crown of your head and fills your entire body with a loving, purifying energy. While visualizing this light, mentally repeat affirmations such as, I am aligned with my divine energy. I receive unconditional love from the universe. My vibration rises in peace and unity. This exercise helps you calm your mind, release dense energies, and align yourself with the frequency of the fifth dimension. Practicing it daily for 10 or 15 minutes can make a huge difference in your spiritual connection. 2. Daily gratitude. Raise your vibration. Gratitude is a powerful tool that connects you to divine energy because it helps you focus your attention on the positive and abundant things in life. When you practice gratitude, it raises your vibration and opens your heart to love and fulfillment. A simple practice to cultivate gratitude is to set aside a few minutes each morning or evening to reflect on the things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big accomplishments. Sometimes the simplest things like a beautiful sunrise, a delicious meal, or a meaningful conversation can be enough to fill your heart with gratitude. You can keep a gratitude journal and write down 3 things each day that have made you feel grateful. By doing so, you train your mind to focus on blessings instead of worries, which naturally aligns you with fifth-dimensional energy. 3. Letting go of the ego. Practicing acceptance and non-resistance. One of the biggest barriers to accessing divine energy is the ego. In the third dimension, the ego keeps us trapped in duality, fear, and resistance to change. Letting go of the ego doesn't mean eliminating it entirely, but rather learning to recognize its influence and freeing yourself from its control. Acceptance is a practical key in this process. Acceptance doesn't mean conforming, but rather ceasing to resist what is. Instead of fighting circumstances or trying to control everything, choose to trust that everything happens for a reason and that the universe has a greater plan for you. Another practice is non-resistance. When you face difficult situations, instead of reacting from fear or anger, pause, take a deep breath, and observe your emotions without judging them. This helps you respond from a place of peace and clarity, rather than from the reactivity of the ego. By letting go of the ego, you allow your true self, the one that is connected to divine energy, to take the reins of your life. This process can be challenging, but every time you choose love over fear, you take a step closer to the fifth dimension. 4. Connecting with nature. Tuning into the pure energy of the universe. Nature is a direct portal to divine energy. By spending time in natural settings such as forests, mountains, rivers, or even a simple garden, you can tune into the pure, harmonic frequency of the universe. Walking barefoot on the earth, feeling the wind on your skin, or listening to the sound of flowing water are experiences that help you reconnect with the essence of who you are. These practices remind you that you are part of a greater whole and that, like nature, you have a purpose and a place in the divine order. An effective practice is mindful contemplation in nature. Find a quiet place, sit quietly, and observe your surroundings without distractions. Notice the colors, sounds, smells, and textures around you. Feel how each element of nature vibrates with a peaceful, loving energy. This exercise not only calms your mind, but also raises your vibration and connects you to the divine energy of the fifth dimension. Accessing the divine energy of the fifth dimension is not a process that happens overnight, but each practice you incorporate into your life brings you one step closer to this elevated state of consciousness. Guided meditation, daily gratitude, letting go of ego, and connecting with nature are simple yet powerful tools you can use to tune into this transformative energy. Remember that the key is consistency and intention. It's not about doing it perfectly, but about giving your best each day to align yourself with love, peace, and unity. As you practice, you'll begin to notice how your energy changes, how your perspective expands, and how your life fills with new possibilities and authentic connections. This is your time to elevate yourself and live from the purest essence of your being. The divine energy of the fifth dimension is available to you. You just need to open your heart and allow it to flow through you. Ready to take the next step? The journey into the fifth dimension is not something that happens outside of you. It is an inner journey that has already begun. Deep within you, you have always known that there is something greater, a divine purpose that calls you to rise above fear, ego, and duality. This call is the voice of your true essence, reminding you that you already possess the power and wisdom to access the energy of the fifth dimension. Everything you need is within you. That divine energy that we seek outside is actually dormant in your heart, waiting to be awakened. When you choose to live from love instead of fear, when you let go of limiting patterns and open yourself to compassion and unity, you take the first step toward this elevated state of consciousness. Imagine what a world would be like where everyone vibrates from this frequency. A place full of peace, cooperation, and authenticity. Every time you choose to connect with this energy, you not only transform your life, but you also contribute to the collective awakening. Like a spark that ignites many others, your light has the power to change everything. Remember, the power of the fifth dimension is not something you have to seek. It already lives within you. Open your heart, trust in the divine flow of the universe, and allow this energy to guide every step of your path. You are not alone on this journey, and every loving choice you make will bring you closer to that deep connection with your divine purpose. The fifth dimension is not a destination, it is a state of being. And you are ready to fully experience it. The time to trust, love, and elevate is now. Now that we have come this far, tell us. Do you feel that you are ready to access the divine energy of the fifth dimension? Which of the practices mentioned in the video do you think will help you raise your vibration the most? Share your reflections in the comments. We would love to know how you are living in this powerful process of transformation. Your experience can inspire others on this path. If you want to go even deeper into your connection with the energy of the fifth dimension and access exclusive tools for your spiritual transformation, we invite you to explore the link that we have left in the description of the video. Click now and take the next step on your path to a life full of purpose and love. Many thanks to everyone who has joined our community through a membership. Your support allows us to continue creating valuable content and growing together on this beautiful path of self-discovery and spirituality. We are deeply grateful for your trust and for being part of this family. Together we will raise our vibration. If you have been inspired by this video, we invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and activate the notification bell so that you continue receiving more videos like this. Thank you for being part of our Essential Vibrations community. Remember to share this message with those people who you think it can help. See you in the next video.